Join me as I take on the challenge of staying completely stoic in the most shocking, unpredictable, and emotionally charged situations possible. In a world that never slows down, filled with notifications, drama, and constant pressure, it's easier than ever to lose our composure. Whether it's an argument online, a bad day at work, or someone cutting you off in traffic, emotions can take over in an instant. But what if you could train your mind to stay calm no matter what? That's where Stoicism comes in, an ancient philosophy that feels more like a superpower today. Developed over 2,000 years ago by thinkers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, Stoicism isn't just about staying calm. It's about mastering yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, and your reactions in a world you can't control. Why Stoicism matters more than ever. We live in a time where emotional triggers are everywhere. One negative comment can ruin your day, one mistake can make you spiral into anxiety, and one unexpected event can shake your confidence. But Stoicism offers something radical: freedom. Freedom from being a slave to your emotions. Freedom from overthinking every outcome. Freedom from reacting impulsively to every challenge. It's not about becoming emotionless, it's about becoming emotionally intelligent. Stoicism gives you the ability to pause, observe your feelings, and respond with intention instead of reaction. High voltage, the challenge we all face. Let's be honest, we all struggle to stay calm when life gets tough. When someone disrespects you, when plans fall apart, or when life hits you with something you didn't see coming, your natural instinct is to react, to defend, to attack, or to withdraw. But here's the truth: you can't control what happens to you, only how you respond. That's the heart of Stoicism. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." So the question becomes, what would happen if you faced chaos with calmness? Puzzle piece: understanding Stoic control. When we face difficulty, our minds love to create stories. We imagine worst-case scenarios, we replay what went wrong, we worry about what's next. But Stoicism cuts through that noise by dividing life into two simple categories. Things we can control: our actions, choices, and mindset. Things we can't control: other people, outcomes, and external events. Once you accept that second category, you stop wasting energy fighting reality. That's where peace begins. Imagine you're in a traffic jam. You're late, you're tired, and someone cuts you off without even signaling. Instantly, your blood starts to boil. Normally, you'd honk, yell, or curse under your breath. But then you remember, I can't control them, but I can control me. You take a deep breath, relax your grip on the wheel, and turn your frustration into reflection. Maybe you listen to an inspiring podcast, or just observe the world around you, the music, the sky, the people. Suddenly, you're not a prisoner of your anger anymore. Another example: you get rejected from a job you really wanted. You feel crushed. But instead of letting despair take over, you look for lessons. Maybe that job wasn't meant for you. Maybe it's redirecting you towards something better. Stoicism doesn't deny pain, it helps you transform it into growth. A friend of mine once lost their job without warning. They were devastated. Bills, responsibilities, fear, it all hit at once. But instead of spiraling, they made a conscious decision to respond with Stoicism. They focused on what they could control: their attitude, their mindset, and their effort. They started reading, updating their skills, and applying for new roles with patience and clarity. Within months, not only did they find a better job, but they also said that losing the first one was the best thing that ever happened to them. That's the Stoic power, turning obstacles into opportunities. Brain emotional detachment, what it really means. Now, some people think being Stoic means being cold, distant, or indifferent. But that's a misunderstanding. Emotional detachment in Stoicism means observing without being consumed. It's like standing in the middle of a storm and feeling the wind, but not letting it carry you away. You acknowledge the emotion, anger, sadness, fear, but you don't let it decide your next move. You remain the observer, not the prisoner. You don't have to be a philosopher to live stoically. Here are some simple ways to start. Morning reflection. Ask yourself, what challenges might I face today, And how can I respond with calm and reason? Pause before reaction. When something upsets you, count to 5 before responding. Evening journaling. Reflect on your day. What triggered you? What did you handle well? What can you improve tomorrow? Gratitude practice. Focus on what you do have, instead of what's missing. These small habits slowly rewire your mind to handle pressure with grace. Life will never stop testing you. People will disappoint you, plans will fail, and emotions will rise. But Stoicism gives you the tools to meet those tests with strength, wisdom, and peace. It's not about pretending to be unbothered, it's about learning that you are bigger than your emotions. So tell me, what's one situation in your life where you wish you could have stayed more stoic? Share your story in the comments, I'd love to hear it. And if you want to keep exploring Stoicism and how to use it to master your mind, relationships, and emotional world, make sure to subscribe and check out my next video where I'll be testing Stoicism in real-life social challenges. Remember, you can't control everything, but you can always control yourself. That's the essence of true power.